Good morning, student. Here, Lakshmi Prasad of Computer Department. Here, in the last lecture, we learned the HTML form design of text field, and in this lecture, we learned the form designing of submit button, radio button, and checkbox button. How to design a submit button and radio button and checkbox button. So here, the first one is submit button. First one is submit button. In submit button, already you have filled so many forms. In the last and after filling the form, one button is there, submit. When we click the submit button, the data flow, whatever the details entered in the fields, that goes to the database of that particular form, those who are designing the form. Okay, the submit button, it is included in the input tag. We have to write in front of type. In the text field we write text, in the password field we write password. Similarly, in the first submit button we write in front of type attribute we write submit button. It defines a button for submitting the form data to the form handler. Form handler means those who handle the form, who design the form and handle the form, and the script, whatever the data entered in that particular form, that is displayed, that is stored in the database where whatever the form's action in front of action button is stored. Okay, this is the coding for submit button. See here, form. In between the form starting tag and in between the form closing tag, we have to write the coding for all the designing tags. Okay, here after form action attribute is there. In action attribute, the action page underscore page dot php. This is the file where where the data is stored, whatever the data we entered in that particular form, and after clicking the submit button, that data goes to the action underscore page dot php database, the PHP table. Here label, already we learned about label and text field. Text field, for text field type equal to text. First name label, first name label close. After BR tag, the BR tag, if we use BR tag, that data after BR tag means it is used to break the line. After next line, the input text field is displayed. Here type equal to text, ID equal to fname, name equal to fname, value. These all are not required for text type. Now we doesn't require the text type. After that BR tag means it has to break the line. And next is for last name. For that also we require label, and for entering the last name in runtime, and for that we require text field. For that we write input tag, type equal to text, ID equal to name, where name, this is displayed the text field or text field in the runtime. And third one is the input type. Input type means type equal to submit. This submit, after value equal to submit means that on the submit, on the button submit is written, where we have to store the details, and in after clicking the submit button, or whatever the data, first name, last name, this goes to the action page dot php. Okay, after clicking submit button, this is the use of submit button. And next one is radio button. In radio button, the similar input tag is used. In input tag, type attribute. In type attribute we write radio. Like text field, for text field we write text, type equal to text. For password field, type equal to password. For submit button, type equal to submit. And for radio button we require type equal to radio. It defines a radio button. Radio button, how radio button is used for single selection. It doesn't require multiple selection. At that time we are using radio button. How the radio button looks like? It looks like a circle. When clicking the first button, the second button is deselected, and when clicking the second button or third button, the first button is deselected. That means only one option is selected between all the radio buttons. This is for limited choice, or for single selection we use radio button. Now this is the coding for radio button. A form, in between the forms only we write. For radio button, where we use radio button, where single selection is required, like gender. In gender we require single selection. Either it is male or female. If it is transgender, then it is in others. Okay. For that we are designing the form. Here name input tag, in between input tag, type is the attribute, type equal to radio. That this particular displays the radio button, creates a radio button, that means a single circle. ID equal to mail. Here name, the main value, main aim of radio button is here only, name equal to gender. Here name equal to gender, value equal to male. And after that one label is displayed. By displaying the label in front of radio circle, a single circle is displayed in radio button, the input tag. After that we required what the circle is for which purpose, for male. For that we require label equal to male. After that we have to break the line, and for second input also we required type equal to radio, input female. Here also you write name equal to gender only. The name, common name is required for all the radio buttons, then only the single selection is possible. If you write gender 1, gender 2, gender 3 like that in front of name, then it is not for single purpose. It is if one button is selected, the other also selected, other also selected, because it doesn't comes under the button group. That's why we require to display name, enter name equal to gender. It is common for all the radio buttons, then only the single selection is possible in between the form, in a single form. For single form, this is there. For another form, we require another name. Okay. Similarly, for female also we like to create one radio button and one label. For others also we create one radio button and others for label. Okay. After that we have to close the form. Now let's see how the output looks for this radio button. This is the form type. This is already explained. I explained the coding. This is the output. The right side, you see right side is the output. Radio button, male, female, others. By clicking one male, by clicking male, only one button is selected. After that, if you select the female, the male button is deselected. If we click other button, the female button is selected. Similarly, it is for single choice. It is only used for single choice. The purpose of radio button is for single choice. Now let's move to the checkbox. Checkbox. What is the use of checkbox? Checkbox is used for multiple selection. Multiple selection, that means here you write input. It is also used for input tag, type equal to checkbox. In front of radio we write type equal to checkbox, and all the coding is same as the checkbox, as the radio button. The coding of the checkbox is same, but the only difference is that here in radio button we had written name equal to gender. The common name is written in all the radio buttons, but in checkbox it doesn't require the same. See here, this is the coding for checkbox. Checkbox, name equal to vehicle 1. See here in this coding, everything is same, similar as radio button, but only the difference is name equal to vehicle 1, names in the second one, name equal to vehicle 2, in the third one, name equal to vehicle 3. Here, if you write the name